course, I'm joined now by Ras Hylton and his new BFF, Chris Sarro, here at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut for his big fight going down tomorrow night, Bellator 246 against Davion Franklin. What's up, fellas?
Oh, man. Good times.
Yeah, it's good to see you both, and you both seem to be in very good spirits. How has this whole fight week been?
It's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a mini vacation with bonus at the end of it, so I got no complaints.
Now, last time it was a very short notice fight, right? So here you are now. You've actually had to have a full camp, and had this real Bellator experience here at the Mohegan Sun. Give me a little bit more insight about what it's been like. I mean, do you feel kind of like a little bit like a superstar?
Everyone knows who he is.
It's nice being able to come in after an experience like that where it's 3 days notice. I pull off the win, so yeah, I mean, obviously the folks here are absolutely fantastic about making sure that we have accommodations, but I don't feel like a superstar. I'm down here for a fight, so I'm just happy to have that. But it's great to work with people who are invested in making sure that it goes off as well as possible.
Yeah, you're still the same old humble Ras Hylton, which obviously we all know that was never going to change. Now the weigh-ins were earlier today. How did that go? Obviously he weighed in 20 pounds bigger than you. Did you have a chance to kind of size him up, and was there anything said?
Nope. Just, hi, good luck. I honestly don't remember. I don't think we really said anything, there was a fist bump right at the end, but it was just kind of the visual recognition of each other.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of his size?
We're heavyweights, we fight big guys. I mean, I've fought people his weight when I'm weighing in at 223, so I'm the same person, but at the same time, I'm not. There's been subtle shifts and evolutions over the last month or so, and especially having already been here with such a short notice fight and being stuck with this guy all week, it's been fantastic for my readiness.
So, Chris, from your point of view, how has Raz looked during camp?
Amazing. Everything's on point right now, man.
Shameless flatterer.
I'm really excited for tomorrow. It's the shifts that he's made as an athlete, as a fighter, are dangerous. They're dangerous adjustments for Davion to have to deal with for Davion. He's quicker than ever. He's stronger than ever. All the work he's been getting at Jack and Jill, the gym in South Portland, it's great. It's like his body was just screaming for it, and so he's put on serious mass, and he's also extremely lean, and so his speed has gone nowhere. He's just gotten stronger. His reaction time's on point. His fight IQ, no matter where the fight's at, whether it's on the ground today with
Sean Teed. I got to meet Sean Teed today. We got a little bit of rolling in, nothing strenuous or anything, but just like I've somebody who I've watched as an amateur, and he was nice enough. He's down here with a girl from his camp, Deanna. Please help me. Do you know her name? Deanna
Suarez? I'm not sure.
No.
Honestly, I don't remember, but regardless,
it was like the first time
he was able to take some time out of his afternoon, give me a little bit of positional work to make sure that everything's right where it should be. And
Look good.
really good guy.
Yeah.
And very, very helpful, especially on short notice.
Well, you also got to meet Machida, which I know was a big thing for you. What was that like?
I may or may not have squealed like a teenager at a concert.
He glows. Did you know Machida glows?
It's like...
That's what happens when you hit 11 level legend.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'm still kind of gushing right now. That was... Ever since before I ever considered fighting, as another karate practitioner, I've watched him and how he takes the approach to full contact fighting and being in there with that skill set against all these different types of fighters. So amazing.
Yeah. Well,
this week has all been living a dream in one form or another, and that was a really high point right there.
Yeah, that would be like me getting to meet GSP. I would be like a little girl at an NSYNC concert. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We all have guys we like.
It was pretty interesting. I met a lot short, and that was the first time where I was. When you're a legend, you just he just knows he's a legend. He's such a cool, humble, nice guy. He's accomplished so much. He had an era named after him, the Machida era. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
And he's just in there working out. Just hey, another fighter going through a thing.
They have the same boss.
I'm in the same promotion as Lyoto Machida.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And you deserve it. And here you are. You know, obviously as a mixed martial artist and a fighter in general, you guys are always evolving. Chris, tell me, what are the evolutions that you've seen from Ras, just from his last fight against Rudy to now?
The tweaks and adjustments that he has made, I mean, there's been no wasted time. Everything that he's adjusted has taken his God-given gifts. He's a monster of an athlete, and he's lean, and he's strong, muscular, and extremely coordinated. You want to be able to capitalize on all those in the short window that we have as fighters. We don't do this forever, and so in the short window that we've had, what's it been, 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks?
Yeah, 5 or 6, something like that.
I finally just said, all right. We sat down and we went over. I've dug as deep as I can into my fight IQ to see if there's anything that we can change. Let's change it. We have, and he's adjusted. Like it's scary. I would never want to fight this man again.
Wow, that's saying a lot. I mean,
100%. That's not. I'm not trying to blow any smoke. I wouldn't want any piece of it. That's what I wanted when after we fought and he came back and he started tearing things up. I was like, I want to get you to somebody that I would never want to step in there again when we're there. Unfortunately, we're friends. We don't have to. But damn,
ain't never gonna happen again.
Obviously, being all honest, I get nervous for anyone going in there, especially someone I'm invested in, and he's like a brother to me, and so there's that. But on the flip side of this, Davion's he's a dangerous opponent, and he's very skilled, and he has a great background, good pedigree. He's gonna have his flipping hands full. He's got to take this guy out, and that's not an easy task. This is not the same fighter a year ago.
Yeah, one of the things that I found really interesting was that you brought in Terrence Jean-Jacques for this camp, obviously to help with your wrestling. Davion, very accomplished wrestler himself. How has that aspect of your game really evolved here leading up to this fight?
His hips look good. He moves well, man.
Yeah.
He moves well.
The biggest thing that Terrence did for me was putting me through that Iowa State style wrestling training. Like what these guys have done day in, day out for decades now in order to build some of the most terrifying wrestlers that this country ever looks at. I was actually just talking to my jiu-jitsu coach last week, and between what Chris McBean has done, what Sarro's done, what Terrence has done, just in the short window of opportunity, there's no place that this fight goes that I can't survive. And I didn't realize that I couldn't say that until I said it just a couple of weeks ago. And having that level of assurance is indescribably calming. There's all kinds of chaos, and it's a fight, so anything can happen. And I'm fully cognizant of that, and I appreciate that, and I'm aware of that. But regardless of what could happen and go my way or his way, there's no place that we're going to go that I don't feel that I can survive and then succeed from. And this is the next step in the evolution to where I really need to go as a fighter. This is what starts it. It feels like another first step to me.
This is it right here.
And another thing I wanted to ask, and I'm sure you can attest to this too, Chris. I was talking to Nick Gully fairly recently, and he mentioned that you've really made a lot of strides with your strength. Obviously at Jack and Jill, you got the hat on right there. He said you've really started to make an effort.
And the whole crew, thank you.
You've really made an effort to improve, your strength and actually get into weightlifting, which is something that you, I guess, never made a priority, in the past, historically speaking. How much stronger do you feel now that you're doing all of your weight training there?
I'm able to carry my weight around in a way that I didn't realize that I needed to. And I'm sitting in the mid 240s, high 240 area. Like I came in at 245 and I feel just as fast as I did when I was 225. And I feel that as time moves on and I'm able to dedicate more and more of my time towards specifically fight training, that I can probably carry another 10 pounds and still feel just as fast and be even stronger. So that as we continue to ramp things up and the competition gets more and more, like Davion, and stronger and better and more experienced, more skilled, I'm going to be able to make those adjustments and continue to improve in a way that I didn't. I've always dreamed of being there, but now there's legitimate plans and goals that I can hit to make that happen.
So what he's trying to say is he's damn strong. Super strong.
Very well put.
Strong.
Well said from the both of you.
What he
guys.
said.
Yeah. Now, Chris, you're all the way up in Ellsworth, and you're down in southern Maine yourself. That's quite a drive. How often are you making that drive, or what does that look like for you?
Pretty often. I mean, since my last fight.
Been like every week, hasn't it?
It's been just about every week.
Yeah.
I've been down there.
Week and a half or so, yeah.
I've been getting my own training in at Jack and Jill also, and then working on Ras, making these upgrades. But I start my camp Monday. But I've been steady between. I took a month off to. I never take an official time off. I'm always doing something. But I took a little time off to Puerto Rico and just get a good reset. It's been a crazy year, man. It's been a lot. It's been 1 year officially now since we first met, and a lot's happened in that time. But yeah, I've been down there. I've been going down at least. It's been every other week. Like I go back home for a week, back down there for a week back. That's coming more. That's slowing down now that we start camp. So.
BKFC 12 is tonight. So are you going to be able to watch that? Are you going to be?
Yeah.
So what's the fight that you're looking forward to the most on that one?
I got so many good friends on there. Reggie Barnett's fighting. Huh? Yeah, Christine Ferreira is she's former BKFC world champion, man, and she's fighting who's she fighting? Kaylee Cutler, and it's a sub in last second for Helen Peralta. That was going to be a title shot. She's trained 13 months. I thought my 9-month camp, and I mean Christine Ferreira is steady, no breaks. She was a huge encouragement for me when there'd be low points sometimes. She'd be like, "What you doing? What you complaining about?" She'd get me up, and vice versa. So I called her earlier when Machida was out here. He wished her good luck. She was happy about that. Joe Elmore is fighting. He's fighting Mustache. Tom Schultz. Forgive me. And both excellent fighters, but I'm obviously rooting for Joe Elmore. He's an animal, dude. He fought right before me in Oxford. We both went out there, just embracing it. And tonight's gonna be an exciting card. I tell you what, it's stacked. Kendall Grove and Hector Lombard.
Right, Hector's on.
Whatever. It's gonna be, Hector's gonna fight another boring fight. It's gonna be an exciting night of fights, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Obviously, Ras fights tomorrow, so that's the priority. But I mean, you're next up. You're right around the corner.
Yeah.
How pleased were you with your last performance? You're 2-0 now in BKFC. Another quick finish. Clearly got some heavy hands. What's your takeaway from this last one?
I was happy with my performance with given the amount of opposition I had to deal with. I had to go down there alone. He took the Bellator fight 3 days out. My coach came down sick, a few days out. And there was nothing going to get I would have walked to Oxford, So, but as for performance-wise, what I take away, it was I was very happy with my performance. I wish I could have worked a few more things that I won't say. Holes just little things that we pick up on. It's good to acknowledge what you did right. But I do it right for a reason because it's in there. So we acknowledge all the things we need to work on and fix. And even though it was a quick minute 37 or something like that, that was plenty of time for me and my coach to sit down and see, okay, we got a lot more. We got to get back to the drawing board, and we got a lot more to work on. That guy had 60 fights in total. And that was my third. So I couldn't be happier with my performance, but I'm never satisfied. There's always room for upgrade, and so this next camp, we have this whole camp. It's so structured, so good. Like it's all set up for nothing but improvements in all areas. And I'm making major adjustments, like not just lifestyle changes, but my physical approach, my mental approach to this.
It's all going back to that red right hand every time.
It's going to be something, man. Whoever they put in front of me is going down, without a doubt.
Now, have they given you a name yet, or are you not allowed to announce it?
Not allowed to announce it, but I have a name, and I can't even say the magnitude of how important this fight is, but I'll put it this way, they gave me this is going to be the biggest fight of my life. We are this close to fight for that heavyweight strap. That's all I can say. But yeah, I'm in great standings with the promotion, and that's a good place to be. You know, this is we're growing so fast right now, and it's exciting, man, because I know I'm putting in the work.
And Raz, I think it goes without saying, but I got to imagine you're going to be in his corner for that fight.
Absolutely. I mean,
Absolutely.
Obviously, I had to say yes when Bellator called me with just a few days to go out and do there. And Chris understands, but
Work comes first.
Work
comes first, no matter what.
I know, but I still genuinely wanted to be there. You know, he was there at the Brad fight, at the Terrence fight. If it wasn't for quarantine and him fighting down in Biloxi, he would have been there for that too. He's here for this one. I am absolutely going to make it down when he goes to deal with the next one. And I'm going to be heavily invested in making sure that I put as much time as I can into this camp because he's been there for me. I'm going to be there for him.
Yeah,
and
clearly
I can't wait to see what it looks like when the next one goes down, up close and personal.
you guys clearly support one another very much so. And I understand that there is a watch party for you down in Southern Maine. Can you tell a little bit more about that?
So, Dragonfire Martial Arts, where this whole thing started. Before I even got introduced to John Rayo in first class at all, I was at the dojo. It's right at 650 Main Street. If you have the link on Facebook, please jump on that. Get a hold of the wife, get a hold of Full Contact Management. They're going to be hosting that. They got a projector going up on the dojo wall. So I'm actually going to be on that wall larger than I am in life right here, right now. And it's Bellator is the first promotion I've fought for, and where we're in the pandemic times, and I haven't been able to have my wife and Geneva down here for a fight. So being able to have good friends and family with her to support her during this time means a lot to me. We've already got we already got a stacked card of fans, friends, and family who are going to be down there, but please join RSVP if you can. Terrence is coming up with a crew so that he can come up and watch with everybody. I got a lot of good friends and family down there. Shihan Andy Campbell is the head of that show, and I couldn't thank him more for everything that he's done to have this at his facility and bring me into the family.
Well, congratulations again on all the success in the second fight here with Bellator. The last time we talked, you were getting ready for the biggest fight of your life against Rudy Shafroth. Now here you are, the next biggest fight of your life, which is the biggest fight of your life against Davion Franklin. You're both 1-0 in the promotion. You have a lot more experience than him as a fighter. He jumped right into the pro ranks. What do you think about this matchup? Give me your prediction how this is going to end.
This is a classic wrestler versus striker matchup. Obviously, well, I can't say obviously, not everybody knows this, but we got a running joke in any dojo I've ever been in. The most dangerous fighter on the floor is a white belt because you never know what's going to come out of him next. So he's got unpredictability, youth, strength on his side. I'm the old head, and I'm just looking to drown him in my experience before he has the opportunity to get off something that's completely off the wall that makes it happen.
So do you envision this fight going the distance, or do you think you could get a finish here?
There's no distance in this. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to show the work that I've put in. I'm going to go and feed my family. That's what I'm here for.
Now, has Bellator talked to you about your contractual situation? Are they going to be signing you to a multi-fight deal after this, or what's the plans there?
I'm not looking past tomorrow just yet, but I'm calling this the interview part 2. So as soon as this is over and I punch my time card, I'm looking to have the conversation to keep me around for a good long time so that I can start working my way up. Next stop is a number on the top 10 list, whoever I got to go through to get that, and then the next stop after that is going to be a heavyweight title shot. I don't care who's in between me and there. Right now, it's Davion Franklin. That's what I'm looking at. He's a good, strong, dangerous opponent who I'm looking to expose the weaknesses of before he has the opportunity to do for me. I'll put him down, then we'll have that conversation.
Chris, I want to give you the last question here. What's your take on this fight? How do you see it going down?
I see Ras definitely knocking him out. Finish for strikes. Round one.
Round
They're
one.
very confident. He's strong, dude. He's so strong right now. So strong, so fast, and his technique has come such a long way. He's technically sound. He's a force to be reckoned with for any heavyweight on the face of this planet. I mean, that's a hard package to deal with right there, and everything goes as planned, and you know, it's in your hands, young man. It's gonna be a first round knockout.